I really love my photo board in my office. Anytime like I'm having a bad day, whether I'm showing up at school and my energy's not great, or maybe something happened during the day that was frustrating, I kind of look at my picture board and I see, friends, family, former students, former basketball players of mine, and it kind of reminds me why I do the work. I think what inspired me to become a teacher is all the teachers that I had when I was in school. My teachers, Mr. Holt and Mr. Wynn, they really inspired me to become a teacher. Going to high school and having teachers who really inspired a love of content, of writing and government and history, really made me want to do more. They were so great and had such a great influence on me and believed in me and believed in what I was capable of doing and made me want to do this job so I could do that for other students. I think what motivates me is when the light bulb clicks for them. I've taught a skill or we're going over some sort of concept. They're like, oh, this is how I do this, or this is how I write this essay. And seeing that happen for students, it really motivates me to keep doing this job. My favorite thing, and this is kind of like the one thing that I'm almost like chasing every day, is when former students come back and they're like, Mr. Wolf, you taught me this. In middle school, we don't really get to see the finished product of our students. So when they're in high school or when they've gone off to college and they come back and they're like, Mr. Wolf, when I took the government AP exam, I remember this thing you taught us in 8th grade, or I remember this lesson that you did. Them coming back and telling me that I had some sort of impact and kind of seeing that finished product is kind of always cool to see. I feel like I've got like two favorite parts of my workday. So the first one, I'm probably the only teacher that would ever say this, but I really enjoyed lunch duty. I always like to go around and it's time where I can kind of check in and see, how students are doing, or, how did your football game go on Saturday or Sunday? Or did you go see the new Taylor Swift movie on Friday? And my students know I love Taylor Swift, so they'll want to talk about that forever. And I just really enjoy just kind of that like unstructured time with students and seeing them in a little bit different environment than the classroom. And then obviously being a department chair now, I only teach one class a day, that I get to go in, I get to shut my doors, and I get to like solely focus on teaching, history to students and building those skills that I want them to get. That's also the best part of my day, because that's why I do this. I love teaching. I teach because I had a lot of teachers growing up that believed in me and saw something in me, and that is what keeps me going. That's what makes me want to teach. That's why I teach. I hope that I can inspire and believe in somebody enough. My name is Ben Wolf, and this is why I teach.